Busby, CNBC Radio. President Obama's directive to get so-called fast-track authority to negotiate trade deals and lock up a pending trade agreement with 11 other Pacific Rim nations just passed a major hurdle in the Senate despite opposition from members of his own party, and it will now move toward a final vote. On Wall Street, despite some mixed data about jobs, housing, manufacturing, and leading economic indicators, stocks are a little bit higher. Right now, the Dow is up 19 points, the Nasdaq ahead 22, and oil closed 3% higher, back above $60 a barrel. That's got some energy company shares higher and some airlines a little bit lower. Shares of Best Buy up about 4% after posting strong sales and earnings last quarter. And a huge acquisition was firmed up today. CVS Caremark is paying nearly $13 billion for Omnicare. That manages pharmacy services for nursing homes and assisted living centers. CVS shares up 2.5% right now. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH+. EH+ combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH+ gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Do you want to learn how to mask your identity to browse inappropriate websites and stream media while at the office?
Well, we can't help you with that. But among the many IT problems we solve, Barracuda's web security solutions keep online activity clean and ensure internet bandwidth performance. Reclaim your network, like 150,000 other businesses already have. To learn more about preventing web-based threats, visit barracuda.com/web.
Wishing for a little bit more information? You'll get it all here on KCAA Radio, AM 1050.
Well, good afternoon. It is 2:02. I am Di Rice with a look at your weather and traffic here in the Inland Empire. We've got high clouds expected through actually the weekend and chance of showers tomorrow. Today's high about 68. Tomorrow, little cooler, 67. Overnight about 57. Currently, we are at 69 degrees here in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive through Corona on the 91 eastbound between Auto Center Drive and 6th Street. There's a little slow and go. Also, the eastbound side is slow as well from Service Club to the 15. And then through Ontario on the I-15 northbound, you've got some slowness between the 60 freeway and Harupa Street. The usual. In the Cajon Pass, an accident has cleared on the southbound side just after 138. Still, it is backed up approaching Cleghorn. So that is the very latest with weather and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Miss one of your favorite shows? Don't worry, we've got your radio DVR right here on KCAAradio.com. Log on and listen to any show you want, anytime you want, on KCAA 1050 AM.
Here's a look at the KCAA community calendar. I'm Di Rice.
Hey! What are you trying to do? You ruined my record, man. I just bought it.
Has that ever happened to you? Has someone scratched your records? Find replacements or find the records you're looking for at the Inland Empire Record Collective this Saturday, May 23rd. Record vendors will be selling all genres of music and a lineup of DJs will be playing all genres of music. It's a free event going on from 10 till 6 in parking lot 16 at 3587 University Avenue in Riverside. There will also be live music, art, clothing, artisans, food, and more. Bring the entire family for a day of fun at the Inland Empire Record Collective this Saturday, May 23rd in downtown Riverside. For more information, go to recordcollective@gmail.com. And that's a look at the community calendar. I'm Di Rice on KCAA 1050 AM.
He doesn't mess around. And he doesn't take sides. And he looks good doing it. It's the all-new Jason Stapleton program at jasonstapleton.com every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCAA 1050 AM. KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back.
Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else on here. Hello?
I think you need to get a little angry or frustrated like you did before.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
What? It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if I can't run
this is our radio
the
station,
right
and you
way,
will run it
then
like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's gonna happen. Here's the Poor Man.
And good afternoon, everybody. Today I am broadcasting from my porch in Newport Beach, California, literally 3 houses from the ocean. I don't have my shirt on, so if you're watching on Ustream, you're probably already vomiting and looking at my hairy chest and just the whole reason that Linda Gross is coming on at 2:30 to discuss my body, my face, and no sex in 12 years. I'm not lying about that. No, Todd, this is true, unfortunately. I haven't had sex in 12 years. So we'll be discussing that with her. And it's just great, though, being outdoors, being able to get a tan and do a radio show, if that's what you want to call what we do. And there's a lot of things we're going to be talking about. I guess you got to start out with David Letterman's last show. I watched it last night. I actually, about 3 a.m, I went to the CBS site and I rewatched the whole thing. It's usually supposed to be an hour. Actually, it is an hour. And since it was his last night, they let it go 17 minutes extra.
Wow. And cool.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought a lot of it was a retrospective. What I liked is that he didn't get all emotional and start crying and stuff like most of these guys do. And it was funny. You actually got to see his wife and his child. I don't know if you knew David Letterman was married.
Yeah, he got married. Isn't that his first marriage, too? Because he got married late in life and then had a child also late in life.
Yeah, it was funny. His wife, it's interesting, too. I guess she's probably in her 40s, maybe, and not real attractive. And I'm not saying that to put her down or anything, but, you know, in a way, it kind of typifies Letterman, and he's just not this kind of, you know, you would, I mean, he could have a supermodel if he had wanted to. And then he had a son who I guess is maybe 8 years old now or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they showed them, and I had never seen them. And then he also plugged his son's friend. He said, and also my son wants me to make sure and mention the name of whatever this kid's name was, some obscure 7-year-old buddy who gets to be plugged on national TV. So there were a lot of little moments. I thought the funniest thing, the thing that made the guy great was they showed some clips of him from, you know, highlights of his 33 years run in late night on NBC and CBS. And one of which was he was taking people's orders at the takeout window at Taco Bell. So they would
I remember that. That was funny. I remember
you ever see that.
Yeah, I did. It was funny as could be.
Oh, it was so funny. But that's what made him great. He would do things like that. And
right.
And then it also, you know, just showed a bunch of other stuff and, you know, talking to kids. I thought that was really pretty funny. But anyway, so yeah, it was very classy. And then the ratings just came out, and they had a 13.76 share, which I guess is 14 million people.
Wow.
Normal late night ratings at that time, like when Jimmy Fallon wins, are between 4 and 5. So Letterman last night had nearly a 14, and you know, obviously it was his last show. So on his last show, you would figure they would be high. So his last show, just boxcar ratings, they beat the entire night. All great. The Foo Fighters were the band that, you know, played when the show came to a conclusion, and there was a montage. There was an after party where Letterman was wearing a Foo Fighters shirt. The reason he picked the Foo Fighters, by the way, was when he had open heart surgery. His first show back, he wanted the Foo Fighters to be the first band that played. And so I guess the producer tried to see if the Foo Fighters were available.
Right.
And they were actually during a concert tour in South America, And so when the Foo Fighters heard that Letterman wanted them to play on his first night back, they canceled their South American tour so they could be on Letterman.
Yeah. Well, he says that the Foo Fighters and that particular song, Everlong, is his favorite song, favorite band. So that's what they did again.
Yeah, I mean, a great song. And so they had the montage while they were playing live in the studio. But here's the downer part. And I don't care. These guys fired me, and they'll never hire me again anyway, unless I get popular, then they will. So it won't matter. But CBS, you're a bunch of a-holes. Just absolute a-holes. Okay, get a load of this. I talked to you off the air about it, but literally hours after his final show, okay, so he's at maybe it's even while he's at the after party, but the final show concludes, the final show's done with, they are already taking his entire set into a dumpster. Like there's pictures online of Letterman's set being thrown into a dumpster within 5 hours afterwards. I mean, how classless is that? You'd think they might be able to auction it off, or somebody would want it. So if you go to my Facebook page, you can actually see the Brooklyn Bridge being sawed in half, thrown into a garbage truck, and they just destroy it. Okay, that guy's done with. 33 years are completed. Let's get rid of the set right now.
Yeah, that's kind of cold. Because you know what? Colbert's not even going to be on there until September.
Right. So, but you would think they'd wait a day or two maybe, or maybe somebody would want, they were throwing chairs away, everything. The whole set's being thrown into the dumpster. Okay, let's get this old dude out. He's done. He's gone. He's out. He's, bye-bye, out of here. And let's just throw away the set immediately. Classless. Why wouldn't they auction it off for charity even? People would buy that set, wouldn't you think?
Oh, my gosh, yes, of course. Of course.
Okay, hey, Steve Blaustein.
Yes, he is here. He is here. Do we want to take a break and then go to Steve?
Yeah, let's do that. Steve
after.
Blaustein is a comedian. Right. He's a writer. And he started his stand-up comic career at the same time as Letterman. So he's going to tell you, when we come back, what Letterman was like when he was struggling in the beginning years of his life.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003. 951-687-6003. Or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net. Negative items in your credit reports can keep you from financing a new home or a new car. They can even jeopardize you from getting that dream job you always wanted. At Easy Choice Financial, we don't think that's fair. And we're credit repair experts who specialize in permanently removing negative items off your reports so you can live the life you deserve. We're so good, we guarantee an improvement in your credit score in 6 months, or you'll get a full refund. It's that easy. Call us today at 888-655-6768 or learn more at EasyChoiceFinancial.com. Call 888-655-6768 for your free consultation. Easy Choice Financial is licensed and bonded and has been doing credit repair for over 18 years. When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatles-orama, thank you. The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielynn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
And we are back here on the Poor Show. Less than a day after Letterman concludes his career with a magnificent show on CBS. And on the line right now, a guy who was a stand-up comedian, doesn't do stand-up anymore, but definitely a comedian, started his career basically about the same time as David Letterman did. And I thought it'd be interesting to talk about the early days of Letterman. We got comedian Steve Blaustein. I pronounced it correctly, right, Steve?
Actually, you couldn't have pronounced it more wrong. I've been doing stand-up since 1971.
Wow.
I've done every major television show, and I have a reel of Johnny Carson, of David, Merv Griffin, all these, Phil Donahue, all these people mispronouncing my name. But none of them have gotten it as bad as you have. You are not even, you got Scuba Steve right. You didn't get me right. The name is Steve Bluestein.
And he was specific to tell me it was Steen. So I said, well, I phonetically spelled it.
Let me explain. Let me explain how it goes.
All right.
Bruce Springsteen. How is that spelled? C-E-N, right?
Right.
All right. Now, Leonard Feinstein.
You know what?
Let
me give you a tip, okay?
You might be confusing us more.
I'm changing my name. It's going to be Blake. I'm changing my name to Stephen Blake.
Right, you should have. Why didn't you change your name? Because everybody's going to I bet you. Okay, in all honesty, how many people have mispronounced your name over the years? I'm sure I'm not the first.
Oh, thousands. But you're old Graham. You don't understand how to pronounce a Jewish name.
You know what? Hey, Di, somehow his phone is fading. What's going on here?
Are you talking directly into your phone? You don't have a headset on or anything like that, right?
No, I'm talking on my iPhone.
That's better.
Okay.
I think when you got excitable, it made your voice drown away or something,
Yeah.
Steve.
Oh, yeah, sure. You
did something different, Steve. He did something different.
Steve, you should have changed your last name to Letterman, okay? Then you would have
I'm serious. I am changing my name to Blake.
Okay.
Steve,
now, like that's like the basketball player, the NBA player.
Oh,
there's actually an NBA basketball player named Steve Blake. I kid you not.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
dude, let me get into this though before I forget.
Oh God, no! I want to talk about how you screwed up my name.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, Blue Stein, right?
Thank you.
All right. Steve Bluestein is our guest. And did Letterman and you start your comedic careers around the same time, basically?
I started before David started. He came to the Comedy Store about 2 years after I did. And, there are certain people who get on the stage and you just know they're special. I had that feeling with first time I saw Arsenio Hall. I had that very first time I saw Jay Leno. Same thing with David. When David was on stage, he just commanded the presence in the room, there was a commerciality about him that was so prevalent. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, and also your phone is cutting in and out. If you could somehow, like when you were just talking to me with that deep, resonant voice, you can keep it right there. That would be beautiful.
All right.
Yes.
There was a presence that David had on stage that even when he didn't have the wealth of material that he has now, people were interested to hear what he had to say because he was likable. He was he was interesting to watch, and he was genuinely funny.
Right. I saw him at the Ice House. I was telling you off the air when we talked earlier that in the early days, that was after he lost his morning talk show before he hit the late night show, and he was hilarious. But you have a story about him, I guess, doubting himself. I read about it. Tell that situation where you guys were alone in a hallway before going on stage.
Well, there was.
But hold on just a sec. There's an airplane going by overhead. I kid you not. Excuse me, a helicopter.
Oh shoot! He's outside. He's outside his
studio in a parking lot.
I'm broadcasting from my porch. But anyway, continue. Tell me about your letter.
And he's shirtless, Steve. He's shirtless. Yeah.
Oh my God! My career's gone from the stage of the MGM Grand to your shirtless.
Right.
Welcome.
Oh,
right. In San Bernardino is where we broadcast from. Get it right, buddy.
Oh my God. All right. So in the old days, the Comedy Store, before it expanded, it was a smaller room, and there was a small hallway at the back of the room in which comedians used so they wouldn't have to walk through the audience. And David and I were sitting there, and he just happened to he'd be standing next to me, and he just looked over at me and said, "I'll never work, Steve. I just never will work." And I looked at him and I said, "David, you will work long before I even begin to work because you have that commercial look that the industry is looking for." And he said, "No." And then we left. But for some reason, that moment in time stuck in my memory. I call them snapshots of the mind. No, I've written 2 books. One's called "It's So Hard to Type with a Gun in My Mouth," and the other's 49 and a half Shades of Bluestein. And I tell all these stories. And in one of those books that are both available on Amazon, I talk about what I call snapshots of your mind. And that moment became a snapshot for some reason. I don't know why. But I remember it like it happened yesterday. And it happened about 35 or 40 years ago.
How long after that moment in the hallway did his career start taking off?
I would think 6 months ago. 6 months later.
What year was that? Do you remember?
Must have been around 74, 75.
Wow.
And I think he got on, the first thing I think he got on was the game show. And he was one of the panelists. And then from there, he went to, I believe, the Mary Tyler Moore variety show. Both those things bombed. But David shone on the show. He just stuck out. And he has such a great demeanor on stage that the audiences just love him. But, personally, he's just a nice human being. He's just a nice man.
And do you think has he always stayed that way? I mean, did you stay in touch with him through the years, or have you?
No, I hadn't stayed in touch with him. He went to New York. In show business, you become very close friends for very short periods of time, and then you never see each other. For instance, I've opened for Rita Moreno and Peter Paul and Mary and Kenny Loggins, Barry Manilow, and Melissa Manchester, and all these people. And while we're working, we're very tight, and we correspond. But as soon as, like, 3 weeks go, they go on another gig with another opening act. I'm on another gig with another headliner. And our lives go in different directions. And that's what happened with David. David went to New York. I went on the road. And then I worked on the road for about, I think, 15 or 20 years, and then literally could not take it anymore. What I witnessed was the slow degradation of the art of stand-up comedy. And I just didn't want to be clumped together into that group. And so I got off the road and started writing. And I wrote, television shows and variety shows, and I've written 5 plays and 2 books, and I've kept busy.
Hey, what was it like to open for the great Phyllis Diller? The Mad Texter wanted me to ask you.
Phyllis Diller, okay. Phyllis Diller was an elegant, sophisticated, warm, loving person who sent me a Christmas card every Christmas for over 40 years after we worked together.
Wow.
I have a good Phyllis Diller story myself. When I was doing Loveline on K-Rock, she was the most memorable guest because she was on the phone, and you would get people with love problems who would call in. And so when Phyllis was on, of all things, we had the most serious, horrible love problem of all time. Somebody was actually on the phone ready to kill themselves. They were going to inject themselves with Drano. And here's Phyllis Diller, a comedian, trying. And finally, I was on with Dr. Drew, and she goes, Dr. Drew, I got to get off. I can't take it anymore. I got to go now. I got to leave. So right in the middle of the call, she hangs up, and we took that soundbite, and we would run it hundreds of times, every show from then on, and she became famous because of that.
Wait, Phyllis Diller or the suicide lady?
Well, I think the suicide person, we actually took him off the air, and Dr. Drew talked to him, and somehow he found out where he lived, got an ambulance to take him to the hospital, so he was okay. But but Phyllis Diller, by hanging up, became immortal on our show because she couldn't deal with the suicide call.
I know. Well, I'm sure that thrilled her. That she was immortal on their show.
But hey, listen, I've got someone coming up, but I want you, before you go, and I really appreciate you coming on, what exactly can people look forward to do to see you, or to, what's coming up in your future that you can tell us about?
Well, I have a play going in New York called Rest in Pieces, and it's starring Donna Pescow, who was in Saturday Night Fever, and gives the performance of a life. Seriously, she's one of the most gifted actresses I've ever worked with, and she is probably one of the nicest people you'll ever want to see. It's a 3-person.
You know what? Your phone you're squeaking again. I don't know what phone you're on, but you need to invest in a new phone, my friend.
Oh well, maybe it's the crank on the side of it. I don't. And we're casting 2 other parts before we go into New York. And I have a new play. I've got several plays, but my other play, How to Kill Your Mother Without Really Trying, is coming out. And I'm writing right now Alzheimer's the Comedy.
Alzheimer's the Comedy.
That's funny.
All right. Hey, well, listen, thanks so much, Steve Bluestein, right?
No, wrong.
Bluestein.
Yes. But listen, the people, no wonder you're on the porch with your shirt off. My God.
Listen, I'm going to be the star of Alzheimer's the movie. Just keep me in mind.
You'll be Alzheimer's the documentary.
Right, exactly.
But if people would like to buy my book, it's on Amazon. It's called It's So Hard to Type with a Gun in My Mouth. And I think they'll enjoy the laughs in that book.
All right. Hey, Steve, thanks so much for coming on and telling us about the early days of Letterman, and you take care, okay?
All right. Thanks so much, and I hope I didn't give you too hard a time.
Oh, no, you're great.
All right. Steve.
Bye-bye.
Steve Bluestein. I'll remember that for about 5 more minutes until Linda Gross comes on right after this and tells me why I haven't had sex in 12 years. along with Jeff from Moreno Valley. He's calling in too, by the way, Di. We're going to have a bunch of losers on here to try to figure out why we can't get laid after this.
So you got your taxes done and filed on time, or maybe not. Now is not the time to panic, though. I've got the solution, and they're right here in the Southland. Wynn Coop & Associates been in the business of serving OC and IE accounting and bookkeeping needs for more than 30 years. Whether you're a small or large business or an individual who needs info and help with trust management, accounting, and tax returns, Wynn Coop & Associates can help. Oh, and the initial evaluation is free. Call 949-851-1632. That's 949-851-1632. Or go to wincoopcpa.com. That's WYNKOOP CPA.com. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. And when I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesorama, thank you. Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, coming soon to the IE.
I'm Scott Schwartz, and with me, my clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, I can help. The Schwartz family has been representing injured workers throughout the state of California for more than 50 years. We do it with integrity, and that has earned us an excellent reputation among peers, adversaries, and our clients. Call me at 800-550-1836 for a free consultation. The insurance company doesn't have your best interest in mind. I do, and you don't pay unless we win. Call now so we can get started on your workers' comp claim. 800-550-1836. You don't pay unless we win.
The bumper music you're listening to is courtesy of the alternative band Chase Atlantic. Go to their website, chaseatlantic.com.
And we are back here on the Poor Show. I got to tell you about Trader Rudy, if I can find the darn thing here. One of the things about broadcasting outside is there's so much glare. It's so sunny out that I can't really see my computer that well. Oh, here we go. Okay, we have a new sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Trader Rudy's Radiator Shop in the high desert on Palmdale Road in Victorville, California.
Wow. How'd you get that deal?
Trader Rudy bought 2 ads on this show thanks to the Nickel Shopper.
All right.
They sell new radiators, rebuilt radiators, and repairs. I have been with a Nickel Shopper for 30 years, says Trader Rudy. Good paper for your ads, reasonable prices. Try them and try Trader Rudy's Radiator Shop. So listen, if you do need a radiator, I bet he gives you a good deal, i.e. people. His number is 760-955-1200. 760-955-1200. 760-955-1200. Trader Rudy. He'll be performing with Steve Blaustein, whatever. Okay, we're going to now take you, yes, if you're watching on the Ustream feed, that is a pack of cigarettes that's sitting on the table. It's not mine. It belongs to the people who are in front of this house. There's 3 units in the house I'm in. My unit is a studio. The other 2 are an upstairs and downstairs. I'm 3 houses from Newport Beach. You can actually, on the Ustream, see cars going by. I'm showing you one, a truck going by right now. In the summer, the people that are upstairs and downstairs have to move out, and they sell the units. They rent the units as weekly. So let's say somebody pays $2,000, $2,500 for their unit for 9 months. In the summer, that's the weekly fee. So there'll be people coming in and out every week. The only unit that gets to stay is me. So you'll probably have all these people from the Inland Empire. You know, it's called Riverside Beach. They'll be partying their butts off and screaming, and it'll be crazy here. That's when I'm broadcasting this summer. Ought to be real good.
So I'm trying to understand the pack of cigarettes, though. Okay, so you guys all share the same porch? Oh. Okay.
And also, you can see over here, you see the beer keg in the background? There's always a full keg of beer. I don't know if you can see it.
That's
Maybe
handy.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anyway, enough of that because Linda Gross,
she's
who's
on the
also
line.
one of our fine sponsors. I mean, I don't know how she could possibly match Trader Rudy, but are you there, Linda?
I am. How are you guys?
We're
Good.
great.
I mean, Trader Rudy preceding you, that's a great lead-in, isn't it?
I love that Phyllis Diller story.
Oh, about mine with the suicide or his?
Oh, was it your story, the suicide one that I can't take it anymore? That was great.
Yeah, no, we played that forever. And she used to, I guess her granddaughter was a big fan of Loveline when I was doing it. And Phyllis sent me a letter going, "Poorman, I want to apologize. I had no idea that I would be on the show every day." So, anyway.
You reinvented her.
She was already pretty off to the races when she went on my show. But anyway, back to you. This is Linda Gross. She is the author of Mastering Women. I got that right. Pronounced your name correctly too, didn't I, Linda?
Yes, you did. Linda Gross.
Right. You're not like Steve Blaustein or whatever his name is.
Yeah, don't call me. Yeah.
Anyway, so Mastering Women, basically, as I understand it, it's all about guys finding out how they can not score women, but how they can, get girlfriends, get wives. Is that sort of it?
Yes, you can go ahead and say that. It's how to score, both in and out of bed.
Awesome. And tell people, how many guys did you interview for this book? Because it's astounding.
I interviewed 20,000 men.
So what kind of questions were you asking them?
I had a dating column, a dating blog that I wrote Monday through Friday, and I asked them to write in, what are your hang-ups with women? What are your roadblocks? What are your problems? What are you having difficulty with? And based on, what they were asking me, that sort of formed the book.
That's cool.
Now we have a specific problem for you because you also do classes in Mastering Women besides your book. And is Jeff from Moreno Valley on there too?
Yeah, he's here. Mm-hmm. Hi, Jeff.
I am here, present.
Okay, now this involves me and Jeff from Moreno Valley. How long has it been since you've last had sex, Jeff?
Oh, about 11 years.
And I'm leading the pack. It's been 12 to 13 years for me, Linda.
Wow. So you're both in the same boat. You've had sex previously, but you're going through a dry spell now. Is that what's happening?
Yes, except for Rosie Palm, in my pleasuring sessions. How about you, Jeff? Are you into the pleasure game?
I'm sorry, not. What's
huh?
that? Hello?
Jeff?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you pleasure yourself as well?
Oh, who doesn't, man? Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Linda, and then we've got also Mike from Menifee. He said he texted me he couldn't call in. Or you want to hear what he has to say, Linda?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mike from Menifee says I won't be able to call in, but I'd like to tell the psychologist that you're not a psychologist, though, right? Or are you?
I have a degree in psychology, but I don't have a doctorate. I didn't finish it out.
Okay. I wanted to tell the psychologist that, again, I am a person with low self-esteem. I have no car or money at the moment. I do have a part-time job, and I'm going to school to be a paralegal. I love history books, the desert, and traveling. Turn-ons are sensitivity, maturity, and kindness. Turn-offs are rudeness, slobbishness, and cruelty. He's 32 years old, Linda, and he's not only a virgin, he has never French kissed a woman either.
Okay.
So there's the three of us.
Mike's situation, some of what I'm going to talk about today will apply to him, but Mike's situation is different than yours and Jeff. So I'm going to run with the question that you originally asked me, which is, why haven't I had sex in 12 years or in Jeff's case, 11 years? Is that cool?
Yes, we're the born-again virgins.
Okay. But Mike, he can contact me later on. I'll give him 15 minutes free off the clock. His situation is a little different than yours.
Okay, make sure you remind me to give your phone number out at the end of this segment so people can call you. Go ahead, though.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go into why this is occurring, why there's no sex. And then I'm going to come and put my Superman cape on and then show you how to get it back on track. Okay,
and again, mind you, we've got to do this in 6 minutes. So,
all right. I gotcha.
So why don't you go to Jeff first?
Okay, so I'm...
And hey, Di, we can hear you laughing in the background. Hold on a sec. Di, we are running a radio program. She still doesn't even know. She's in the background.
On the air.
Okay, well, we'll continue. Turn your mic off, Di.
Some of the reasons... Okay, when I did the 20,000 interviews, I also backed it up by doing academic research on this subject, on dating, relationships, men, women, all that kind of stuff. So I scoured thousands and thousands of university research studies to back up what I'm saying. So with that, I took my research all the way back to 10,000 years ago because I really wanted to figure out what did the caveman do, and is it any different than what's going on today? And I answered the age-old question of, is it nature or nurture? So nurture means how you were raised or what your environment is. And nature means it's something inherent. It's something biological. So my research pointed to it's nature, meaning we are predisposed to have certain, actions. And the reason why we're predisposed in the case of men is because men have this hormone called testosterone. That's responsible for your sex drive. Okay?
Well, then what happened to my testosterone and Jeff's?
I'm sorry, say it again?
What happened to our testosterones?
Okay, well, I'm going to get to that. All
well,
right,
we only have 4 minutes left. So...
Okay. All right, don't interrupt me, and I'll get right through it.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so the testosterone, back in the day, it was created for the survival of the species. You had to spread your seed far and wide because Mother Nature didn't want you to have the species go extinct. So that's why it's there. So here's some of the reasons why the man might not be having sex. So it could be that the testosterone is low. So what you would do is go get a blood test. And what I would recommend is it's something called, to cure that, if it is low, it's called bioidentical hormone. And your regular doctor is not going to prescribe these. It's not a drug. It's plant-based. And basically what it will do is it will replace the testosterone that you've lost. The natural remedy to do this, but you do need a prescription. If people want to find out more about this, they can email me, and we'll try to figure out who dispenses that in their area.
Okay, but here's the deal. I want to get laid. I don't know. What about you, Jeff?
Well, yeah,
I know, but
no
if you have low testosterone, you're not motivated to get laid. That's the problem.
Okay,
well,
the
I'm
motivation.
motivated for my right hand to pleasure me. What does that mean?
It means nothing.
Huh?
Means nothing.
But I have to have testosterone to do that, don't I?
No.
Linda, you don't think they're putting out desperate vibes or maybe going for the wrong type of women or anything like that?
What are the other indicators, Linda?
That's a whole nother topic. There is some of that goes on, but there are a lot of physical things that we can do to amp you up with the testosterone.
And then if you still can't find a girl, boy.
Yeah, but then what are some of the? You said there's a couple other things too.
If they can't find a girl, then they can sign up for my coaching sessions. They can do one or more. So
right. But name a couple tips. I mean, without giving away everything in your coaching that Jeff and I could be doing. Could we change our luck immediately?
Yes. So I'm going to go over some of the physical things right now. But
we have 1 minute left, by the way.
Okay, these are very important too.
Okay.
So pumping iron for men adds testosterone to your system.
Wow.
Pumping iron. So if you do that 3 to 4 times a week, in about 6 weeks, it'll build some testosterone. So when you ask me, okay, what's that going to do? That is the hormone that's going to motivate you to go find some sex.
Now, does it matter? See, Linda.
It's really that direct.
Poorman runs 12 miles a day. Is that that's different?
But I don't lift
Is that
weights.
different?
My arms are I have wimpy arms. If you're looking on UStream.
Okay.
I pump iron every other day.
Running is good. And
Oh, wait a
for
minute,
your
Jeff. Wait a minute. Hold on, Jeff. You pump iron? Really?
Yeah, I'm in the gym every other day. Absolutely. And I'm walking
Wow.
every day, too. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So cardiovascular is very good, too. So if you're running, Jim, that would be great. If the person is not running, then at least walk 30 minutes a day. So why is that important?
So Linda, Jeff and I both fit the exercise thing. He pumps iron and walk. I run 12 miles a day, and I haven't had sex for 12 years, and Jeff hasn't for 11. Listen, we're not joined at the hip either. It's not like we're together doing this. It just, I don't want you to think we're hanging out having a circle jerk or something. Okay.
Oh, yeah, not happening.
All right, Jim, if you were to add the pumping iron to your routine, it would help. Jeff, because you're already pumping iron and you're kind of still in this boat, it might be because there's some of these other issues that I'm going to name that are coming into play.
All right, I'll tell you what, Linda, we can keep you on a bit longer. Let's take a break here, and then you can tell again what the other issues are. This is the Poorman Show rolling right along. We've got author Linda Gross, the author of Mastering Women. And she's got a couple of male patients right now that are definitely in need of mastering as opposed to master.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
Too many men are wimps.
Linda Gross loves men. Bet that got your attention. Linda is a men's advocate who has helped many men get their balls back. And she can help you. Her proven coaching techniques will skyrocket your confidence and boost you into action in 4 sessions or less. Stop being stupid with girls, in business, or dump a lifelong problem. Go to themensadvocate.com or email Linda info@themensadvocate.com. Mention the Poor Man Show and get 15 minutes free. Also, pick up Linda's book, Mastering Women, on Amazon. Get the straight talk from the woman who knows.
Hey man, my new favorite band, Stavros, has a new CD out called Ordinary World, featuring a single 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where can she be? And get tripping with its wickedly great song, Mailbox. It's in my Hey man, that's Stavros with their new CD, Ordinary World, at iTunes and Amazon. Get it, man.
Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorian, Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorian, Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. The music of Casey Fallon. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Casey Fallon. On the college radio charts for months. Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Casey Fallen. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at CaseyFallen.com. The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
Okay, we are back here with author Linda Gross, the author of Mastering Women, and she's trying to decide why Jeff from Moreno Valley, who hasn't had sex in 11 years, and yours truly, the Poorman, hasn't had sex in 12 to 13 years, why we aren't mastering women. And we got a few texts here. You want to hear what people are saying already, Linda Gross?
Sure.
Okay. The Carl from the Nickel Shoppers is saying, let's see. If Linda's theories don't work, I can run you a personal ad in the Nickel Shopper. That sounds kind of scary. Or get you a blow-up doll.
Nice plug.
I just looked Linda up. She's a fox.
Oh, how funny.
Aw.
That's sweet.
Okay, then let's see. We got some other ones here, too. You and Jeff should hook up together. That way you will kill two birds with one stone and break the streak.
No!
Then we have, okay, tell her you want girls, not testosterone.
Right.
Let's see. Does drinking excessive alcohol, this is from Trevor the Drunk, does drinking excessive alcohol help? I had a girlfriend and a wife and still get laid. Ha ha.
Never gets laid. My God.
I know. Okay, here's one. The 5-knuckle shuffle helped me to build up my biceps and forearms.
No, wow.
Oh, that's pretty
too
funny. Do you guys know what the 5-knuckle shuffle
I think
is?
we all get that.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Look what you've done, Linda. Everyone pleasures themselves. Anyone who says otherwise is a FKN liar, LOL. Has she mistaken testosterone for Roman? I don't understand this word. Pheromones.
Pheromones?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Fan number 27 says pump iron. He goes, oh, this is pretty funny. Fan number 27 says pump iron. The guys in jail get lots of sex. Oh,
what
God.
else is there to do, right? I mean,
All right, so listen, Linda.
That's true.
How many more spots do we have, by the way, Di,
We have
before
2
we get
spots. We have a minute worth of spots. So,
Okay,
so we're
go
doing
ahead,
really
Linda.
well on time.
You left us with that I should be pumping iron. Jeff should be, I don't know what you told Jeff to do.
Getting out.
Huh?
I should be getting out more.
Right, getting out more. And you
Right.
mentioned a few
That'll
other
be-
things
that'll
that
be
we
the,
could.
The girls will be the topic of another show. I'm just going to kind of get through physically why you're not getting laid.
Okay, and again,
so,
if you're just tuning in, if you're just tuning in, Jeff hasn't gotten laid. Jeff from Moreno Valley in 11 years. I haven't gotten laid in 12 or 13. Continue, Linda.
All right, so I want you to avoid soy and lavender because both of those products add estrogen to your system, which is
Avoid
the
what?
opposite of what you want to have.
Avoid soy?
If you're soy, if you're like, for example, you're drinking soy milk with your cereal, or
Okay.
your
Or
your
lavender
lady
bath
friend
beads, they have
has
to go.
lavender, bath soap, lavender hand soap in the bathroom or whatever. Avoid
don't-
both of those products.
Yeah,
because it
don't
adds
worry about that. I don't use soap.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's the problem, poor man.
All right,
Wow.
here's
There's
another
a
one.
revelation.
Medication. Some men are taking medication for anti-anxiety or anti-depression that will lower your libido. So there's a simple cure for that. Go back to your doctor and just ask him or her to change brands. Sometimes it's just an easy fix like that. Change brands. Money. There are a lot of guys out there where the penis is tied to the wallet. So what that means is if your money isn't working or you have high stress on your job or you're always broke, that's going to affect your performance as well. It'll affect your drive.
They just want to get to the performance.
I'm broke.
They just
Are
want
you,
to
Jeff?
get at the performance. That's all they want, Linda. That's it.
Right.
I know. Well,
but yeah.
they have to. Jeff, do you have stress on the job or money problems?
Yeah, absolutely. There is no like long-term job right now. It's part of the problem. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
The
that'll
money
definitely.
thing is.
And I'm not exactly
but I had
getting
a period
rich
where
on this.
I was working and still wasn't happening. So But
how long have you been out of work, Jeff?
What's that?
How long have you not been working steadily?
The last few years at a paid job. I've been doing a lot of videography, and I did a documentary last year. So I am working, but not for cash per se at this point. Yeah.
So how do you support yourself?
Get this. This is probably another big part of the problem. I live at home with my mom. So there's another.
How old are you, Jeff?
Yeah, how
Here we
old are
go.
you?
43.
Yeah.
What about if
hoping
you
to
had
be,
a six-pack of
leaving
beer and
soon,
you did mom to break the streak?
Oh,
What? Jesus.
poor man. No, I can't believe you even went there. I can't even believe you thought of that.
That's not the answer, right, Linda?
Oh my.
Yeah, but anyway,
moving on,
money
moving
is
on.
a big one for money is a big factor for many men. So we need to figure out.
I'm sorry. You guys keep talking. We just had another helicopter go by. If you could hear it.
All right.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so here's another one. Pain.
Linda, in this case, we only have a minute and a half left because the show is going to end. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
And we got to get
All
your
right.
phone number out too. So give us one more tip, and then we'll continue this next week.
Pain, if the person has chronic back pain, for example, that's another factor. Or depression. Depression is going to directly affect what's going on with your libido. So I have a motto. It's called Action Cures Depression. So if you're sitting at home doing nothing, you're going to get even more depressed. So you need to find a hobby or a sport or a passion or something that makes you want to get up in the morning. And that will drive the passion that you have for whatever that activity is will also up your libido.
Okay, hey, Linda, we got to give your phone number now and for somebody to get the 15 minutes of free treatment, go ahead and give your email, website, and phone number.
Okay, so the website is themensadvocate.com, themensadvocate.com. At the top of the page, if they want coaching and free coaching, you just click on the coaching button, bam, and it'll give you all the options. Let me know you've heard my voice on Poorman's show, and I'll give them 15 minutes off the clock.
Oh, that's
also
great.
at the top of the page, if you want to have me back on again and you want me to answer even more of these types of questions, click on the button that says Ask DT. It's short for Dating Tips. That's my nickname. Ask DT, and you can write whatever question you want me to answer, and I will answer anonymously.
Okay, hey, thanks so much, Linda Gross, for being on the show. Thanks, Jeff, from Moreno Valley, and we'll be right back to conclude the show.
Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-975-0944. That's 626-975-0944. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, life 315. Javita Coffee. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case, whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law. The law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Casey Fallen Music. Go to caseyfallen.com.
Okay, we're back here. We have less than a minute left, and just want to let you guys know the Cottonmouth Kings are going to be in the studio with us tomorrow at Trevor the Drunk's Placenta home. So that should be a really great thing. The whole band, they're releasing new music, and they'll probably be smoking a few blunts. So send over the Placentia police, and we'll get everybody arrested tomorrow. That might help our ratings. All right. Thanks, Di.
Until
we'll talk
tomorrow.
to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Tom Busby, CNBC Radio. President Obama's directive to get so-called fast-track authority to negotiate trade deals and lock up a pending trade agreement with 11 other Pacific Rim nations just passed a major hurdle in the Senate despite opposition from members of his own party, and it will now move toward a final vote. On Wall Street, despite some mixed data about jobs, housing, manufacturing, and leading economic indicators, stocks are a little bit higher. Right now, the Dow is up 19 points, the Nasdaq ahead 22, and oil closed 3% higher, back above $60 a barrel. That's got some energy company shares higher and some airlines a little bit lower.